saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.
The time when you just embrace bad energy, like you've always been a guy. Like if you come outside, I feel like you're a guy that you're gonna just deliver good energy.
Right. I mean, that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good dude. I mean, at the risk of, you know what I'm saying? You know, over flattering myself, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm simple. You know what I'm saying? And I like to, I see what's in people. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see people. I see the good and I see the bullshit too. Okay. I got a phrase that goes, always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. You know what I mean? It takes too much energy. You only got to say 2 steps ahead of them, whatever. But trust them to be them.
To be themselves.
Trust a snake to bite you. Trust a lion to lie. Trust a thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. But know them when you see them.
The devil doesn't want you to become what God has spoken over your life. But you cannot afford to be afraid, because fear is the enemy of your faith. I've come this morning to speak to your possibility. You are royal, you are chosen, you are God's people, and you are anointed to finish. The Bible says that he that beginneth the good work shall complete it. Somebody repeat after me. God finishes what he starts.
God finishes what he starts. Woo! Boy, there's power in that. Welcome to Big Val Opinion, man. Y'all already know what's going on. Family, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Most importantly, if you haven't already, sub to the channel, man, because guess what? I'm going to keep on bringing that logic, and I'm going to keep making it make sense when you come on this platform. Make sure when you in the chat, you leave comments and respect each and every individual. And no disrespect, none disrespect will be tolerated at all. So moderators, they come over here talking crazy, talking stupid, anything that's out of line, you don't ask me for permission. Get that out of here. We're going to get that out of here. All disrespect is get put out of here. So, hey, how everybody doing? EJ, what's up? Elvira, what's up? Angela, what's up? Pooh, what's up? Yeah, man, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Whoa. RSK home soon. Yeah. Check what up. Yeah. 6 years. What's the game is to be sold, not told. Words of Levi. Fuck the other side and fuck your opinion unless it's big vibe. Brooke, Toy, Nisa, Alicia, and Nikki keep the 9 tucked. Sly Fox, Mama Mary said you can go fuck a duck.
That's it. But yeah. Y'all saw the title. We gonna talk about Barry Hankerson, man. Barry. We got Barry. What we got up on the chopping block today? Let's see. We got Barry on the chopping block tonight. Then we got someone making allegation. OG Pyru, Tula Mars say Barry was paid $90 million off the death of Aaliyah. Wow. Then we got this young lady. Whew. What are these women advocates at? Where are the Jim Derrick goddesses and people like that? Where are all those people? Where are all those people who's for the young black girls and this, that, and the other, man? This was actually a sad story. I was sent this story by one of my sisters, Alicia, sent me a story on this young lady. And this is so crazy that this young lady was caught up in a sex trafficking ring. Where is it that she end up she ends up killing. What's up, Dana J? What's up, She ends up killing the guy who had her in this sex trafficking cult, and somehow she ended up getting convicted as a brown skinned woman. She kills the person who had caught her up in a sex trafficking ring, and she freed other women as well, and somehow she goes to jail. She was facing prison time. Also, she was facing paying $150,000 restitution to the family of a man who kidnapped her and put her into a sex trafficking ring. Are you serious? Are you serious? But you know, we gonna kick this show off. We're gonna kick this show off something like this. And if you come up in my chat with that bullshit tonight, I'm telling you, man, I ain't playing with y'all. Don't come in my chat with that bullshit. I ain't playing though. But for real, man, let me stop playing. Let's get to
it. Being raped, being trafficked, and decides to stand up for herself, defend herself. She kills the monster that did this to her, freeing her and many others in the process. She gets arrested. She gets prosecuted. And now she has to pay money to the family of the man who raped her. Only in America. Put up a picture full mass.
Now, only in America, like he said. Only in America does this type of shit take place. Only in America does this type of shit take place. You kill the man who has abused you and others to free these women. You did all of that just to be locked up, prosecuted, made to pay restitution. But I thought sex trafficking was illegal. I thought sex trafficking was illegal. I'm trying to understand if all of these people so-called are for women, especially women of color, who haven't got their justice or they just do, who doesn't get the recognition. Where are all of these groups? Where are all of these empowerment groups that advocate for women of color, things of that nature? Why is it that we're not hearing nothing about this? You know, if you go and look at that interview the guy was doing, he also said that they sent some people to Iowa. I think where this took place at, an hour. They sent some people down there and they got the young lady jail sentence reduced down to probation or something of that nature. But I don't even understand how is it, why does she have to even get probation? Why is it that she even has to get probation? I mean, if she was kidnapped and caught up into a sex trafficking ring, and somehow she freed all of these ladies from this sex trafficking ring, why does she has to do time? See, my whole thing about this is this, and it's so crazy, right? It's so crazy, right? So with this young lady, I haven't saw this story on no mainstream news media outlets. But down in Florida, a Chick-fil-A worker just so happened to be out, you know how, I mean, if you go to Chick-fil-A, you know they got workers outside, inside, shit, they got workers everywhere. Chick-fil-A, they have people all around that goddamn. They take your order soon you turn into the goddamn parking lot. You can't, even if you hadn't made up your mind yet, you gonna buy some because they got people soon you turn in the parking lot at Chick-fil-A waiting to take your goddamn order. Chick-fil-A do not play about their money. They do not. You can't even open your goddamn door good to go inside Chick-fil-A. Somebody at your door to take your order. But yeah, a lady yesterday was at Chick-fil-A. She was bent over in the car trying to get her baby out of the car. A man come behind with a stick, strong arm the woman and take her keys and try to haul off in the car. And just so happened a Chick-fil-A worker saw it and he saved the day. And you know now he's being considered a hero because he stopped a carjacking that was in progress. He being considered a hero and very courageous for the act that he done, you know, for stopping this robbery attempt. You know, he's being celebrated for stopping this robbery attempt. But why is it that this young woman, this young lady of color, she was incarcerated for killing the guy who was sex trafficking her and other women? They want this woman to pay restitution. Why isn't she being considered a hero? Why isn't she being considered courageous? You know what I'm saying? Why doesn't she get the same accolades? You know, why don't she get the same accolades for saving other women? You get what I'm saying? The double standard that we live in, like you say, this is America. Yeah, this is what that is. This is just what that is. You know what I'm saying? See, one thing about this situation, when it's starting to look like to me, if only time this justice matter or things like that really truly matter when it comes to women of color, when it's something involving a celebrity. You have to be of a celebrity status. In order for anything that goes on with young women of color, the only way that it matters is if you are involved with a celebrity. And that celebrity has to look like you. It can't be a celebrity that doesn't, look like you. They're not gonna let you tear theirs down, but they'll let you run a parade around your own kind. See, this is the issue this is the issue that I'm having. And I sat here and I looked and I'm listening to this headline. This young lady was forced into a sex trafficking ring where she kills the guy who was holding them hostage, freeing herself and others. And she get charged. Then not only do she get charged, they want to order her to pay the family restitution for a piece of shit ass man who didn't kidnap these women. They want to sit here and talk about R. Kelly had women kidnapped and forced labor, this, that, and the third. When these women was getting paid $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year, that don't sound like forced labor to me. Shit, neither one of them had a job, none of that. They shopping on buying Birkin bags on Bloomingdale's, all everywhere. What type of hostage do all type of expensive, extravagant shopping sprees like that? That don't sound like a hostage to me. That don't sound like a sex trafficking ring to me. That sound like a damn good time if you ask me. But this young lady was really a part of a sex trafficking ring, and she managed to free herself and other women, and she got charged for it. The double standard. America. The double standard. Young man saved a woman from a carjacking in Florida, and he get courageous. He's a hero. A car got insurance on it. You can replace that. You can't replace the life of one of these young ladies. Most of these young women who get caught in these sex trafficking rings don't make it out. You don't have an insurance policy on life. Once it expires, it expires. You can't get that back. You can't replace that. So what this young woman did was a very courageous act. And if America don't want to uphold this young lady and take their hat off to this young lady, Big Vi opinion, I will take my hat off to this young lady for having the courage to free herself from that bondage she was in. I tip my hat to that young lady for having the strength to stand up against someone who was oppressing her and others. I tip my hat to that young lady for freeing herself and others. But look at that young lady did something that most women wouldn't have ever tried. She did it, and she freed herself. She freed others. But yet she get charged for the murder of a man who was holding her captive. Can we make that make sense? Can we make that make sense? You ain't gonna make that make sense. We ain't gonna make that make sense. But to that young lady, my hat goes off to her. And guess what, young lady? Hey, if you ever that you made the right choice, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. You made the right choice because guess what? There's some other young ladies out here that's caught up in sex trafficking rings. Their voices can't be heard. Nobody know where they at. Ain't no one coming to look for them. But you know what? It's a lot of groups out here claiming to be advocates for young missing teens and women of color. But guess what? They claiming to be advocates, but they not looking. They not looking. They're not trying to find these young ladies. They're not trying to find these missing women. But if they are accusers, if they are abusers, are celebrities, and happen to be celebrities of color, oh, they're going to get all the attention in the world. They're going to garner all the attention. This is the double standard that we live in America. The double standard that we live in America. Why don't these young women who's been kidnapped into these sex trafficking situations, why don't they get the same type of coverage that y'all put on this fucking R. Kelly case? Why aren't y'all putting the same type of coverage on these missing women of color in America? Why is this all over the news? Why this ain't all on CNN? Why Jim Derogatis ain't writing about this? Can we make that make sense? Why does it only matter when it comes down to celebrities of color that get the press, that get the media? Can we make it make sense? I know we can't. I know we can't. I know we can't. It's so sad, man. It is so sad. And how the hell y'all want to make this lady pay restitution for freeing herself? How the fuck she gonna pay restitution if she been kidnapped in a sex trafficking ring? I mean, she hadn't been working. She don't have no money. She don't have nothing going on in life. But she gotta pay restitution when she's a real victim. Now that goes to show you, right? That goes to show you a lot, right? That speaks volumes, right? A real victim of sex trafficking has to pay restitution to the man who was sex trafficking her. But then we have these fucking lying accusers wanting Robert Sylvester Kelly to pay. Come on, man. Come on, man. We got lying accusers that want Robert Sylvester Kelly to pay restitution to them when all they did was live the lifestyle that they wouldn't afford it. They wouldn't have near about afford it in a regular lifestyle, in a regular lifetime. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. A real victim of sex trafficking got to pay the family of the fucking man who kidnapped her and sex trafficked her. But then you have lying ass accusers who is expecting Robert Kelly to pay them restitution for their volunteer service. Can you make that make sense? Can you make that make sense? And to Gerald Griggs, fuck you. That's how I feel about you, you big head motherfucker. That's how I feel about you, Gerald Griggs. Fuck you, you big head motherfucker. And And excuse me to my chat family. Excuse me to my chat family. That's out of character for me. But to Gerald Griggs, fuck you, you big head motherfucker. Because at the end of the day, I say this to say that. You're part of the NAACP who's supposed to protect the rights of our citizens of color. While you sit here and watch our brother rights be trampled upon, violated, all because of you wanting a position and you wanted to be a part of something that you were willing to allow your brother, whether you like or dislike, but y'all, the NAACP, supposed to be in place for. NAACP was supposed to protect the rights of our citizens. That's why our people protest and march and fought for our rights to be protected by the NAACP. But we sat here and watched, all because of you, Brother Griggs, allow a man's rights to be trampled upon, blatantly violated. Can you make it make sense? Can you make it make sense? How could you be for something that you are against? Understand what I'm saying? How could you be for something that you are against? You are a board member on the NAACP that's supposed to protect the rights of our citizens of color. But you sat and you watch these brother rights be violated. This brother due process rights be violated. This brother was convicted before even being tried. This brother was convicted before even being tried. That's a clear violation of due process. You get what I'm saying? EJ say, ever since this R. Kelly shit show started, these fake ass comedians want to put their 2 cents in, but the situation right here is ass backwards, because how you get in trouble for doing the right thing. Exactly. Man, I mean, at this point, nothing seems to amaze me. And I want to shout out to everybody that's been holding it down and staying firm, staying tall, standing in the paint, and still backing and standing behind Robert S. Kelly, and still believing in this system, and still believing in the injustice that was done, because we watched the injustice be done. What's up, Faces and Beyond? I wanna hold on right quick. I also want to give a shout out to Malicious Conspiracy, because she broke something down for me that I was trying to understand. I was trying to understand something, but she had I don't know if it's a she or he, but Malicious Conspiracy put up a post, and this was the post. Hold on. Malicious Conspiracy put up a post and said, R. Kelly being acquitted on conspiracy charges is huge. The government used obstruction of justice and conspiracy to get the case back into Chicago courtroom with the same tape he was found not guilty of. They used obstruction of justice to go around the Fifth Amendment, which is double jeopardy. Now it's proven he did not obstruct. That means the first jury rightfully and fairly acquitted him. Is illegal to have him to face trial again with the same woman, same evidence, and the same tape, just because the feds want a different outcome. Today, the jury said he did not fix 2008 trial, and they acquitted him on obstruction of justice charges. Hence, why this exposed the government for committing a double jeopardy violation for literally charging him with the same tape from 2008 that he was found not guilty of for revenge. Let's see. He say that is illegal. That is a violation of Fifth Amendment. R. Kelly being exonerated from the exonerated from interfering in 2008 trial is a big win. R. Kelly being acquitted of obstructing in any justice and not committing conspiracy in 2008 trial means the government can't retry him twice for the same evidence. They used the same tape from 2008. The law say a person cannot be tried twice for the same crime. Once they have been acquitted, found not guilty, they cannot be prosecuted again ever if new evidence emerge or they later confess. So when I read that earlier today, and I'm like, man, that does make sense, because you have that makes a lot of sense, because this whole case was never about they knew he was gonna beat those charges, obstructing, conspiring. They knew those charges was gonna be beat. They just wanted to get that fucking tape. They just wanted to be able to try to charge him with that tape again. And now it's all the question is they didn't produce no VHSs. They came in there with a DVD. Now those are all questions that has to be asked. Those are questions that has to be asked. What up, Shot Time? Those are questions that has to be asked. How do you come in here with a DVD when you supposed to been had VHS tape? You can't say you don't know what these tapes are, because how you get it from a VHS to a DVD if you don't know what the tapes are? Make that make sense? Some creepy shit, some funny shit, some weird shit, some illegal shit. But hey, I ain't even taking my time tonight. I'm getting right through it, get through it, and get it gone. So, for some odd reason though, now y'all listen to me. For some odd reason, since this situation with R. Kelly has came to a head, all of a sudden now, a lot of shit dealing with Barry Hankerson is resurfacing. All of a sudden. Why is that? Why could that be? Why could it be now? Why could it be now that all of a sudden now rumors and allegations pertaining to Barry Hankerson is starting to resurface? Some cooking up. I feel like something's about to transpire. I just can't say what it is, but it's And Virus said they had all the reports from everyone who seen and dealt with the original tape, saying it was fake, Rotten Tomato, moving mold, etc. Right, but the judge, I just heard that today, that the judge wouldn't allow the jury to see none of that evidence. I'm not sure, but they say the judge did something, blocked some evidence or something the judge did, but they say whatever the judge did in the ninth ending, they say the jury came back is, I guess they were having like, they hadn't made up their mind, they hadn't made up, but made a decision or whatever. I'm not sure. They say this shit was damn near, allegedly, it was almost like the New York shit all over again. When the people came back with whatever they came back with, and Ed Dunley said, hey, y'all need to go back and try it again. Go back and look over it. And that's just alleged. I heard that the jurors came with something and say that Lyndon Weber, whatever his name is, he instructed them to go back and, do a little bit more looking, research, whatever. I don't know. But the shit is bullshit, because when you challenge the chain of command, you challenge the authenticity of the tape. And I want to say this, man, and I feel so. He said deadlocked they were. Okay, that's what it was. They were deadlocked when they came to him, and he didn't like it. He wanted them to go back and do some other, do some more researching or whatever. But it's so sad, man, that good enough. What's up, nothing nice? Good enough is not enough. You get what I'm saying? It's sad when good enough is still not enough. Understand what I say. When they say good enough is still not enough, man, I've been hearing people now. No, people praise Bunjean. People praise Jennifer Bunjean. They praised her. They took their hat off to her. They commended her. They commended her. What up, stand up to be counted? They commended her. They said she was doing an awesome job. They liked her. They wanted Jennifer to take the case. And now that the outcome is not the outcome, man, I've been seeing people, oh, she's a trash. Jennifer was not a good lawyer. She was trash. She didn't do this. She didn't do that. Man, guess what, bro? You know what? When it ain't your life on the line, I don't like speaking on certain shit, man. I don't like speaking on certain shit because people are entitled to feel how they feel. But I feel like this woman did the best she could do with what she had. And when God said, when you've done all you can do, there's nothing else left to do but to wait. When you've done all you can do and there's nothing else left to be done, all you can do is just wait. You have to trust the process. You can't speed it up. You can't slow it down. You have to go through the process. I agree, stand up to be counted. But to see people, what was y'all expecting for? Were y'all expecting a miracle? Don't y'all got to understand that, all right, look at it this way. Look at it this way. The government, they want R. Kelly. They want Robert Kelly at all expenses. They wasn't going to stop until they got R. Kelly. Let me enlighten our people on something. And I'm sorry to each and every one of you all in the chat when I say what I'm about to say. But let me enlighten you all on something. But I'm not talking to the audience over here, because guess what? we know how to make it make sense, right? We think logically, right? Do y'all think these people like the simple fact that this white lady is up here defending a black man? Do y'all really believe that these people are okay with it? And not only defending this brother, she have defended several brothers. Several brothers this woman has represented. Ask yourself that. They want to put a stain on this lady's record as well. They want to put a loss on her track record as well. Now she's put herself in the line of fire when it comes to the government, because guess what? She's been beating them at their own game. So sooner or later, they were gonna put something on her track record, because guess what? We want to show you that we are the government. No matter how good of a lawyer you are, no matter how good of an attorney you are, we are the government. You think you're going to keep going around here exonerating these brothers? You think you finna keep going exonerating these brothers? This is how we keep our money going. This is how we keep our system, our jail system filled. At some point, this is going to happen with Miss Bojine. But I still feel like that Miss Bojine is tough enough to stand up for herself when it comes to the government. She's not afraid of them. People have to understand, y'all. We have to look at this shit. We gotta take those readers off. You gotta take them readers off and put on the goddamn bifocals. You gotta take the readers off and put on the bifocals. You gotta take your readers off sometime and put on the bifocals. You have to really look at everything in its totality. This lady has been going around freeing innocent brothers, finding infractions within the law, violations that were committed in the law to convict brothers of color. Do y'all think that these people wasn't finna allow this lady? They don't like that. They don't like seeing. They do not like seeing this woman represent people who looks like us. They don't like that. Because they say we already criminals. We already guilty into proven innocent. Why you representing that NIGGA? You get what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying? These people that she's up against, they don't like the fact that they don't like what she's doing. They don't like what she's doing. Okay, y'all. Okay. Well, I got a little. When I get to feeling myself, when I get to feeling myself, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. When I get to feeling myself. Y'all know when I get to feeling myself. But we're gonna listen to what this brother. What's up, Linda? We're gonna listen at what this brother has to say when it comes to Barry. Barry. We're gonna listen at what this brother has to say about Barry. Mr. Barry. I ain't talking about Barry Gordy. I'm talking about Uncle Barry.
I'll start working with Barry Hankerson and Black Ground Records, and dealt with Aaliyah and Genuine, Missy Elliott, you know. And I was at the Hotel Nico when Biggie got killed. I was on the detail for Aaliyah, and it just finished the awards. And we came back, and I saw Biggie when he came out and it was a crazy atmosphere because everybody was like, Biggie can't come back to L.A. Biggie was responsible. It was the Tupac stuff and this and this and that, and you know, I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. So he rolls in. And when he rolls in after the...
you were at the event that night when Biggie got killed?
Yeah. I wasn't at the Peterson. I was on my way there. And I just saw him and Puffy. They were staying in the Nico Hotel on La Cienega also. And they had jumped in the limo, and the after party was at the Peterson Hotel, at the Peterson Museum. So I was waiting on Aaliyah and Timberland, and they were coming down to the limo. And when they were coming down to the limo, we were sitting there waiting. Bam, I get a call, don't come over here, Biggie just got shot. Like, what? So yeah, man, so everybody went to Cedars-Sinai, and bro was dead.
Wow. You went to Cedars-Sinai that night also. Aaliyah and Timberland went there?
Yeah, well, no, Aaliyah and Timberland went back to the room. We went over to the, Nico was writing, the Cedars-Sinai is writing back of the Hotel Nico. It's like the Hotel Nico, when you go down San Vicente and La Cienega, the Nico sits over here where the Beverly Center is now. Cedars-Sinai is right behind the Beverly Center.
What was your reaction when you found out that Biggie was shot? Was it surprising to you, or?
Yeah, really. You know what? And it was surprising, not surprising actually, because earlier that day when Biggie and Puffy came to the hotel, Captain Shaheed Muhammad is with the Nation of Islam, and Cap came up to Puffy and told Puff, like, man, you know, if you need any assistance, get with us, bro, this and this and that. So 2 undercover police walked up, like, yeah, Shaheed Muhammad, we got this, we got that, this and this. So they had police security for him, right? And dealing with anybody dealing with the Nation of Islam at that time, we ain't lost no lives. But every time they transfer from the Nation of Islam, when they stopped with the Nation of Islam, started with the other security king, Pac get killed, right? When we asked Biggie, asked Puffy about Biggie, now Biggie died that night, you know? So it's like some kind of, all this stuff is just not coincidence, you know? So who profited from Biggie dying, you know? Suge didn't profit from Pac dying at all. His life went spiral downhill after Pac's death, right?
Seems like, yeah, he went to prison.
Went to prison, everything been bad. Now he's doing 25 years. So he didn't, Illuminati stuff didn't work for him. You know what I'm saying? If that's was a sacrifice, he should have took that sacrifice back. If they saying that he had Biggie killed, he had Pac killed, he had this and this and that. So the rumor mill, like after Biggie died, Puffy's still on the top, huh?
Puffy didn't slow down.
Got bigger.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? After Whitney died, Clive Davis still on top.
Yep.
When Aaliyah dies, I was with Barry when Aaliyah died for a wrongful death. He got paid $90 million for her death. Am I supposed to say that on TV? Sue me. I ain't got nothing. I was with him on the negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Black Ground Records. He's married to Gladys Knight.
Wow.
So he had Timberland, Genuine, Missy Elliott, and Aaliyah is his niece. You know.
Oh wow.
Aaliyah's his niece. So he got a settlement for $90 million for her death.
Was that just for his rights or whatever he owned?
What she would have been able to make if she hadn't have died.
Oh, okay. There was a lot of lawsuits.
I guess,
okay.
But that was a settlement. I wasn't in. I was there when we went over to he got $90 million. He wouldn't stayed at the L'Hermitage Hotel. We ate good.
Wow. Wow. And it's alleged. I'm gonna find the other clip to put with that. That he took out this insurance on Aaliyah 5 days prior to her going to shoot that video. It's alleged. I'm not wanting to say that because I don't have it right with me right now on hand. But it's alleged that he took out this insurance on Aaliyah 5 days prior to her going to go shoot the video where she, at the time of her demise, coming back. He got a $90 million lawsuit settlement from that and didn't get a family a dime. Didn't do nothing for her family. Nothing. You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of times, like, a lot of this, I thank God. That's all alleged, then. That's all alleged now. I thank God for this platform, for the voice, for the courage He has given me. And like I say, man, I started with this chaos thing, but I know that my purpose is even greater. I know that my stance is even greater. And with you all that come over and support me, backing me, I know that we can go far. We can go further together than I can do by myself. Because it takes a unit. It takes us in unity, togetherness, to make a change, to make a difference. I can go out here and preach, and I can go out here and pray, and I can go out here and do all these things on my own. But why do that when I can have a collective of people, a unit of people, doing the same thing on one accord? We're going to keep advocating. We're going to keep speaking up. We're going to keep speaking out. We're going to keep talking about different issues. We're going to keep addressing things that we feel as though need to be addressed when it comes to our community. Who's better to address our people than us? We're going to hold our people accountable. Who's better to do it than us? It saddens me to see some of the things that I see. At the end of the day, I'm real big on accountability. I'm always big on accountability. In the situation with Neil, man, I don't even see how he was found guilty on that with that chick. Hypnotic wasn't out. This chick said she was 15. She went to the airport. She got a passcode, got a plane ticket. She did all this shit, all this traveling. I mean, she did all of this. Then she said that they didn't even have sex. So I'm not even understanding none of this shit. I don't understand how he got charged with Neil at all. I don't understand that whatsoever. And and this guy we were just listening to. Did y'all hear something that he said in that? He said once these people like Pop, Suge, Big, Puff, I guess they was using the Nation of Islam as their security. All of these people was using the Nation of Islam as their security guards. He said once they went away from us, all of a sudden they get killed. That should raise a red flag. That should raise a red flag. That should raise a red flag. This brother say, the Nation of Islam used to protect Suge and Pop, Big and Puff Daddy, others. He say as soon as they stop being security for these artists, all of a sudden they get shot. They talk about Tupac telling R. Kelly in California when they met that, hey, these people gonna be coming after you. Even with Farrakhan telling him the same thing. These people knew something. Just like McDavid said, Barry hated R. Kelly. He hated R. Kelly with a passion. And that's all because of R. Kelly not listening and not taking his orders. See, I don't understand why these people like him and other people with some type of authority, you gotta listen to them. You gotta do what they say do, move how they say move, even if it's costing you your life. No, fuck that. You know, I think Bon Jean did. I think Bon Jean, she fought the case the way she fought it because, like she said, she did mention that she has to set everything up a certain way. You know what I'm saying? She really want to use shit that took place in Chicago to be able to go back to New York and say, hey, look, well, how is that when this, that, and the third, boom, boom, boom. She has a game plan. But it's so sad it goes to show that how our people can be so for you one day, and soon as something don't go the way that they expected to go or what they thought how they thought it should have went, and then it's fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a person that need a ride one day, and they walking and you riding, and you hey man, you need a ride. They hop in, and the next day you walking and they pass by you riding, it's raining, they don't even stop to ask you if you need a ride. That's just how our people is, man. When you doing favors for them, they love you. When you doing shit that they like, they love you. But soon as something don't go the way that they expect it to go, then it's fuck you. You the worst person in the world. All type of negativity, all type of negative energy. All because you didn't do what they wanted you to do. That shit's so crazy. And that comes from our people. Sitting here looking at Gerald Green, your big head ass on the NAACP. You watched this brother rights be violated because you were a part of violating the rights. Remember, Gerald Green's talking about y'all got to change the narrative because all of these women were of age. Gerald Green, you don't remember that? You big head, big bow tie wearing motherfucker. I can't do it. And I'm gonna say this before I get up out of here. Shout out to this young lady. Shout out to this young lady. Man, y'all put some prayers up for this young lady. This young lady was caught up into a sex trafficking ring. This young lady took the life of the guy who was sex trafficking her. Unfortunately, she looks like us. She was charged for the murder of this man and also convicted of the murder of this man. Also, they wanted her to pay restitution for this man. They had her and other women caught up in a sex traffic ring.
Being raped, being trafficked, and decides to stand up for herself, defend herself. She kills the monster that did this to her, freeing her and many others in the process. She gets arrested. She gets prosecuted. And now she has to pay money to the family of the man who raped her. Only in America. Put up a picture full mass.
Only in America, where a woman kills a man who has been sexually assaulting her and other women, that she get prosecuted, convicted. She get charged, she get prosecuted, and made to pay restitution to the family of the man who had her in the sex trafficking ring. Can you make sense of that? But they want R. Kelly to pay restitution to these volunteer victims, these crisis actors. But they want R. Kelly to pay restitution to these crisis actors. And you got a real victim of sex trafficking, and she killed a man who was abusing her and rape and taking advantage of her, and they want her to pay his family $150,000 in restitution. Can you make that shit make sense? This motherfucking math ain't mathing. This goddamn understanding ain't understanding. I don't get it. I can't make this shit make sense. She's a fuck. She like fat ass say she's a victim. Why he ain't writing no stories about this? Why he ain't talking about this on these press conferences with his big fat sorry soggy ass? Mainstream media don't have no news if it ain't about Robert Kelly. They ain't talking about shit. Robert Kelly is their commentary. They want to go around here parading. What about the girls? Oh, these, this, that, and the third. But you got women, young women of color. What you say you stand up for, you advocate for, that's really out here being mistreated, railroaded, really out here in caught up in sex trafficking. But you motherfuckers ain't worried about that because they abuser is not a celebrity. The abuser is not a celebrity. So y'all don't care about those women that are out here being taken advantage of. Sorry ass shit, man. I just can't deal. I just can't deal. So my message to you sisters, what up with it?
Being raped, being trafficked, and decides to stand up for herself, defend herself, she kills the monster that did this to her, freeing her and many others in the process. She gets arrested, she gets prosecuted, and now she has to pay money to the family of the man who raped her. Only in America. Put up a picture full mass.
You say all in America. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. And then the guy down in Florida, right? Lady was in a car trying to get her kid out the car, and a guy comes up behind her with a stick and snatches her keys and tries to take her car. And one of the Chick-fil-A workers, he happened to see what was going on. He rushed over there. he rushed to try and he rushed over there to help the lady and attack the guy. Now he's being celebrated as a hero. They say he's a hero because he works at Chick-fil-A. He was taking an order and kicking ass at the same time. So the guy, I guess because he worked at Chick-fil-A and he was taking orders and kicking ass at the same time, he's being labeled as a hero. He's been looked at as a hero. But this young lady who kills her abuser and free herself and other women, she's being charged. She's been made to pay restitution. Do y'all see the fucking irony in that? Make it make sense. Can you even start to make this make sense? One man stop a carjacking, he's a hero. The other lady ends a whole goddamn sex trafficking ring and she get convicted. Boy, the double standards in this country is wild, right? The double standards in this country is wild. So, I ain't gonna keep y'all on long tonight. I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. But I said I wanted to come in and get my point across. I hope I brought some good information to you all because as we all know that we're just in the process of waiting to see what's going to be what when it comes to the R. Kelly trial. So we're going to try to touch on other news that pertains to our community. We're going to stay relevant over here. We're going to continue to talk. We're going to continue to have these conversations, and we're going to continue to make it make sense. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all that stick with me, that represent over here in this Big Vibe family. We do have memberships now, but it's not mandatory for you to have memberships. None of that. That's only if you choose to do so. If you like to donate anything, all the information. If you have anything that you would like to be discussed, any information that you would like to be discussed on the platform, the email is right there. Just email it to me. We can chop it up and see what we're gonna do about it, and we can bring it to the forefront. We can bring it to the table because just like I am a content creator, I need you all help as well because we all are family. So I appreciate it. If you all have anything that y'all know that's going on that I may not be speaking about, help a brother out and email me and let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Let's try to get it on the stream and let's try to discuss it. I love each and every one of y'all. May God bless y'all to the fullest, man, because guess what? We all are nothing without God, man. So we putting God first, loving each and every one of us, respect, standing on what we believe, standing firm, standing tall on what we believe. Don't back down, don't bend, don't fold. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in something, you stand on it. You be willing to sacrifice whatever it is for your belief. Don't never don't never allow a person to tell you how you should feel, how you should move. Dictate your movement. Stand on principle. I'ma always stand on principle. I don't care how people feel about what I do, what I talk about, what I discuss, because guess what? I stand on what I believe. I don't give a damn. Ain't nobody gonna move me. Ain't number one man responsible for the life that's in this body, and that's Christ. That's the only man that's gonna make me bow down. That's that. But one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna mind my business, and I'm gonna speak on the things that I feel like I'm allowed to speak on. I'm not finna debate with nobody. I'm not finna go back and forth with nobody because this ain't what this about. You got your opinion, voice it, but you better voice that shit over there where it's tolerated because it won't be tolerated over here. It most definitely won't be tolerated over here. This is a peaceful platform. This is a friendly platform. This is an adult platform where everyone carry themselves in an adult manner. So we're going to continue to keep it that way. Other than that, let me see. Hold on. Uncle Mew, Miss Lady T, everyone. And this is why I speak. This is why I talk about unity. This is why I talk about unity. This is what can happen. This is the power that we can possess when we come together as a unit. This is the power that we will have if we come together as a unit, one accord, one sound, one purpose. This is the power that we can have if we come together as a unit. We the people, one purpose, one accord. God leading the way. God ordered Joshua to get 7 priests, and there were 7 trumpets that blew on the 7th day when the walls of Jericho fell down. if we get out here together and we on the same accord and we promoting the same message, guess what we can do as a unit? We can knock down walls that has been up in front of us for decades. Because what we have yet to do as a collective, as a culture, culturally, what we have yet to prove to these people is what? That we can unify and get on one accord for a common purpose. For a common purpose. I'm telling y'all, our power that we possesses as God's children is in the unity of the people. The power that we possess as God's children. Somebody say, why you repeat yourself so much? Because y'all don't understand. I don't write this stuff down. Everything I talk about when I come on my platform is straight from the heart to the mouth, to the tongue. But until we understand, we would never see the power that we possess by being God's children until we unify in unity on one accord. I'm telling y'all, the day we as a culture, as a race of people, the day that we unify and come together will be the day that time stood still. I'm telling y'all, the day when we wake up and realize the one thing that these people has been using against us is simply the one thing that these people has been using against us is unity. Why is it that we the only culture that can't come together and back each other for a common cause? Our culture suffer the most. And when our culture come together for something, we look at those riots from the murders of our innocent black brothers and sisters in the streets by the hands of the police. Yeah, we came together, but did we send a message? No, we did not. We came and destroyed buildings that operates in our own community, which was only doing a favor for some of these business owners who no longer wanted to be in the ghetto. Our people came in and allowed these businesses to get a free ticket out of the ghetto back to the suburb. Our people put on a demonstration, but the message wasn't received. Our people put on a demonstration, but the message wasn't received. The message wasn't respected because of all of the chaos surrounding it. That's not how you send a message. That's not how you send a message. Destroying property, hurting people is not how you send a message when you're trying to prove a point, when you're trying to be heard, when you're trying to make a change. There's no such thing as change in hostile environments. The only way we can have a real conversation is if one side is talking and the other side is listening. Now, think back to those protests and you tell me what side was talking while the other side was listening. You go back to those protests those demonstrations that were being put on for our innocent people being murdered at the hands of police in the streets. You tell me a demonstration that was put on where one side talked and the other side listened. We didn't see that. We saw a bunch of people cussing at them. We saw the other side cussing and throwing tear gas and shooting bean bags and letting dogs go. That's not how you make a statement. Who are you expecting to respect you? We demonstrated, but we demonstrated in the fashion that those people wanted to see us demonstrate in. Hostile. But hey, better days are coming. Better days are coming. And I tell you what. He's coming. He's coming back. But he didn't say when. We won't know the hour. We won't know the day. We won't know the month or the year. But he say he will return. They tell us we better get our house in order. How many people really can say that they have their house in order? How many can really say they have their house in order? And to the people who wait, and to my people who wait till trouble come to start praying, I feel sorry for you. That ain't the type of tea I like. It's over for you. and it's like, for those people who wait to start praying when the trouble arrives, it's over for you. It's too late. It's too late. You don't wait till trouble show up to start asking God to show out. You can't wait till trouble show up to start asking God to show out. Oh, Jesus, please, man. Jesus, please help me. God, please. It's too late. Because if you was already protected in the blood of Jesus, that enemy would have been blocked before he even got close to you. You would have never even known about it. That's why we must pray each and every day. Shield ourselves in the Lord's Prayer. You can't take no day off. Each and every day, thank the Lord. Praise the Lord each and every day. Stop waiting until trouble get to you and expecting God to protect you. Them just might be battles you have to fight on your own. Just say you got a hope to live to see another day. I know, but some people like to, you know what I'm saying? You have to make some people a believer. God have to make some people a believer. That means God have to let some people go through things and get through the thick of things to show you the power that he possesses, the changes that he can make, to show you the things that he can do. So next time I don't have to come back. You will already have me with you. See, a lot of people got to get out of that mentality. It all starts with the mind. You got to get your mind in the right place and have your heart in the right place. Because if not, you just a lost soul. If not, you just a lost soul. Let's stop. We got to stop waiting. Let's stop waiting and start doing. That's what I want everybody to do. Let's stop waiting and start doing. You know, we're going to get it together. Because guess what? We all depend on each other. We all need each other. We all support each other. We all uplift each other. So people, when y'all see your family members in the chat, ask them, did you pray today? You know what I'm saying? Ask them, did you thank God today? I'm gonna start calling people out in the chat and say, what are you thankful for today? I'm gonna start calling people out in my chat and say, hey, what you thankful for today? You know what I'm saying? What you thankful for today? What you praise God for today? What good deed did you do today? We gonna make this family grow over here, and we're gonna do it in a godly way. I look forward to seeing each and every one of y'all in this chat every day when I come on here. And guess what? I want y'all to hold me accountable the same way that I'm gonna hold y'all accountable. Let's hold each other accountable to, guess what? If we do it right, guess what? We can go get somebody and bring them and help them do it right. We want this love that we possess over here to be contagious. We're not selfish with it. We want accountability to be contagious. We want love to be contagious. We want understanding to be contagious. We want each and every one's purpose to be contagious. And most importantly, we want the good Lord God to be contagious. And with that being said, God bless each and every one of y'all. Until next time, when we here, God bless y'all. And let's remember, accountability, love, purpose, understanding. Put God first, and everything else will work itself out. Until next time, it's your boy, Big Vi Opinion, signing out.
The devil doesn't want you to become what God has spoken over your life. But you cannot afford to be afraid, because fear is the enemy of your faith. I've come this morning to speak to your possibility. You are royal, you are chosen, you are God's people, and you are anointed to finish. The Bible says that he that beginneth the good work shall complete it. Somebody repeat after me: God finishes what he starts.